Good day, my fans. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? I hope you guys are okay. I hope you're feeling good. I hope the Sunday was okay. The Sunday was interesting. The Sunday was good. Yeah, I have a short story for you this day. A story of is my life story. A very short story of mine that I think I should share with you, and you're going to learn maybe something from it. Yeah. Um, On this fateful day, I was going to school. I was a student then at Lagos State University or Joe. So I was going to school. I had a lecture around 1. So I stayed back at home preparing for the lecture. So while I was going, I got a vehicle from Ijayi. For those of you who knows Lagos State very well, Ijayi is towards the extreme of Lagos State, towards the toll gate of Lagos State. So that was where I got the vehicle from to Yanakpaja. Now, it's when I get to Yanakpaja, I'll take another vehicle to Yanoba. That is the one that will take me to LASU. That's Lagos State University. So when I got to Ijayi, where I was supposed to take a vehicle from to Yanakpaja, I actually saw a bus, this short bus we call a Fanagon. So the Fanagon was actually standing, calling people in, and I actually entered the Fanagon. So, but what happened was that after I've entered the Fanagon, everybody, I mean, other passengers as well came. I discovered that this Fanagon took one way. What I mean is that it was going against the traffic. It was taking the other way instead of me to go forward and turn the other way around. He took the one way facing going against the traffic towards Amadia. Amadia is shortly after Ijayi when you're coming from Songo, but it's shortly before Ijayi when you're coming from Oshodi. So ordinarily, this vehicle I was in, that is the final car I was in, should have gone forward to turn around and to the right road. But what he did was to take it was to go against the traffic. So immediately he started driving towards the traffic, and I told him I was at the back. I was at the extreme back, and I told him, I said, driver, please, this way you are going, you are driving against the traffic. Why don't you go forward, turn and take the right route? He said no, that I wouldn't teach him his job that he has been on the study before I was even born. And funny thing, those other passengers that were with me, instead of them to have supported me, to have also cautioned the driver to go forward and turn the right way. You're telling him that the time has gone, allow him to go. They know how they do their things. That should just keep quiet. That's not my business. It's okay, no problem. And where this man was going, of course, this man is taking a wrong route. He is going against the traffic. What I expect him to do, I have spoken, and he was not ready to listen to me. And there was nobody there that was ready to support my opinion. Now I kept quiet because, of course, I was the only one among about how many people? Four, two. That's about 10 people inside the vehicle. I alone. So there was nobody that was actually ready to support me. So I just kept quiet. But what I discovered is that when he was going against that traffic, he was even on a high speed without horn, and he was not even signaling anybody that he was going against this traffic. Of course, if he's going against traffic, of course, which is even wrong, but at least he should be honest from time to time. He should be hooting from time to time to actually indicate that he was coming against the traffic. So those who were walking against the traffic, the pedestrian, should know that at least there's a vehicle coming behind him. He didn't do that, and it was on a high speed. Do you know that not up to 20 minutes after I have cautioned him, an Okada man, that is a motorcyclist, was coming, and do you know what happened? This man crushed the motorcycle man. The man, in fact, he crushed the man. The vehicle threw the man up, even above the roof of the vehicle where, and the man landed inside the gutter in between the two lanes along that Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. And immediately that happened, the passengers that were inside the vehicle with me, do you know what I said? They say, which means that the driver should not stop. That if he stops, the other Okada will round him and lynch him. This man now went further. He started and he didn't even wait further. If it was so terrible. And I told him, I said, hey, Oga, do you know you've killed somebody? The other brother I see him, he said, sit down, my friend, sit down. I mean, what's your business? What's your business? What's your business? Just keep quiet. This is Lagos. This is Lagos. So I kept quiet. My mind was that because there's a junction where he was going to negotiate and join the right route towards Yanakpaja and Oshodi. That junction was very close to what's the name? Was very close to um this school. I forgot there's a junction in front there. I cannot remember the junction vividly. I know there was a junction there, and that is where it was going to negotiate into the right route. And I also know there are traffic warden usually who were always there. So I know that by the time he gets to that place to negotiate, I will get him reported to the police guys that were on guard. So I kept quiet because of course I wouldn't struggle the steering with him, and there's no way I could beat the 9 people, including me, making the 10 passengers get the vehicle because none of them was my support. So what I did was to keep quiet. And as soon as he got to that junction, trying to negotiate, I jumped, I struggled out. In fact, those people that are sitting close to me, they were pushing me back. But I struggled back to make sure I went straight to the entrance, to the door. I opened the door and I called the attention of the traffic warden there. I said, officer, this man has killed somebody behind. This man has killed somebody behind. He was trying to negotiate and run it, but eventually, these officers were smart enough to get the steering off him and got him arrested. Yes, they got him arrested. And do you know funny thing? Before we knew what was happening, the entire passengers that were inside the vehicle were telling him, don't stop, run, keep running. Do you know what? The next 10 seconds, everybody disappeared. The vehicle was empty. And I looked around and said, where are those? And I asked them, where are those people who were telling you not to stop? Where are those people who were telling you to take wrong way? Where are those people who were telling you not to come down and pick the man that has been crushed into the gutter? Where are they now? They all disappeared. So what I did was that I told the traffic warden that I'll go along with them. I will go along with them. They arrested the man, turned the Fanagon back, and this man drove to the point. You know, by the time we got to that point, nobody has even helped this guy out of the gutter where he has landed. He wasn't there. But thank God, the motorcycle was not on him. The motorcycle was on top of the pavement while this man was inside the gutter. So we rushed down there, pulled the man out the gutter. Our man was so lucky that the injury he sustained was not a very fatal one. We took him up, put inside the vehicle, and I have to suspend my going to school for that period until I followed them to the nearest hospital at Ahmadiyya. Yes, the junction where the man wanted to negotiate to the right road was Ahmadiyya Junction. We took the man down to the hospital there, and on getting to the hospital, then the doctor x-rayed the man, checked the man, the necessary first aid they could give him, they gave him the first aid and necessary things they could do, they gave it to him. And I told the police that they should collect his driving license and the key to that vehicle until this man is fully okay. And exactly that is what I did. And I gave them my contact number and every necessary things that was required of me. Yes, I have saved a soul. I have saved a soul. If everybody inside that vehicle responded the way I responded, this man would have been rescued as quickly as possible. Though we thank God I didn't die. But if it happened that the man died as a result of the waste of time, you see now, that means the guy would have actually died. You understand? So, in any way we find ourselves, let's try and make our own contribution as little as we can. As little as we can. Make your impact on humanity as little as you can. Make your impact, your opinion count. Let your impact be felt by people. It's not until you give money to somebody that you make impact on. There are so many things you can do outside money. Money is one of them you can if you have to give. But if you don't have, there are other moral and other physical support you can. Please give and do. That is how I saved a life that day. God bless you. I want to use this opportunity to tell you, everybody, that my fans, to to keep doing good. Please keep impacting on others. Keep impacting on others and keep impacting on others. God bless.